Oh, what's going on, YouTubers? It's Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from August 16th, 2019. They were in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Don Callis and Josh Matthews are your commentators. They were showing a recap to open up the show, where it pertains to what's been going on with Tessa Blanchard, Tommy Dreamer, OVE, and then also what pertains to what's going on with Madison Rain, Kara Hogan, Jordan Grace, and Alexia Nicole. And the whole thing was Sue Young, Jessica Havoc. Also, the whole thing with Willie Mack, Rob Van Dam, The Rascals, Rich Swann as well. And also what pertains to the Deaners and his squad. Fallah, Bahh, and Moose. Basically recapping also with Michael Elgin and Rhino. Basically, just honorable mentions what pertains to what was going on, previously on Impact Wrestling. But with that being said, let's get to what happened for this show. So the opening show actually was a match. Obviously, you have Moose versus Fallah, Bahh, and as far as this match was, I thought the match itself was a decent opening. Fallah, Bahh has won me over, folks. I remember when I first saw this guy, I was saying on him, saying, "Oh, he's a Yokozuna ripoff. He is not that good in the ring." But then he's starting to improve, and on top of that, he started losing a couple of weights. I need to confirm one thing here, folks. What pertains to what happened last week, it wasn't actually a chicken whatever that Moose smothered in his face. It was actually a cake. So I want to correct myself from that one from last week. And that's something else I need to correct myself too once I get to the tag team match. Well, I'll get to that later. But yeah, this ends up being a decent match. Fallah, Bahh, which has really shown me why I should get behind this guy. Besides the whole comedy stuff that he was doing, which I didn't think was funny at the time, with the whole thing with KM, it was good. That he's turning this around, and this is me. Am I a fan of him? It might get to that point. It might get to that point, but I digress. Excuse me. But in the end, Moose ends up getting the win over Fallah, Bahh. So basically, Fallah, Bahh, he didn't get his revenge. He didn't get his redemption, obviously. After Moose insulted him by saying you're still a fat boy and all that, and, basically, I don't know what's going to go from here with Fallah, Bahh, but as far as Moose, I don't know where they're going to go with Moose from here, because I'm assuming maybe after with Sami Callihan and Brian Cage, because Sami Callihan is the number one contender for the Impact World Championship. And obviously, there's no way that Sami Callihan's going to win the match anyways against Brian Cage. Not against Sami Callihan. It's just the way that he's always been positioned where he's going to be getting a title shot in Impact Wrestling. And then he just comes up short where pertains to going after like an X Division Championship, an Impact World Championship. That's just how he's been booked. But yeah, I don't see Sami Callihan being the one to face, to be a legit contender, to take the world title belt for Brian Cage. But besides that, I think it's going to be Moose versus Brian Cage at Bound for Glory. I could be wrong. I could be wrong on that one, but we have to wait and see how that turns out. But I think that's where the direction they're going with Moose. He's going to be the guy to face Brian Cage at Bound for Glory for the Impact World Championship. So we'll see what happens for that one. So also we get to Tommy Dreamer. He comes into the locker room to talk to Tessa Blanchard, represents in the main event, a tag team main event against Sami Callihan and Dave Crist. Tommy Dreamer is telling Tessa Blanchard to not be stubborn, since she began her conversation with him by saying that she doesn't need his help to pertains to Tommy Dreamer saving her not only from Unbreakable and also from on last week's Impact Wrestling. Tommy Dreamer, Tommy Dreamer also said something about that because her last name Blanchard is an inspiration, and that no matter what happens tonight, he wants to stand by her. And I thought he cut a tremendous passionate promo. Tommy Dreamer always delivers represents on kind of a passionate promo, but this was no different. But this one was very heartwarming too. It pertains to Tessa Blanchard's grandfather and her father, and then her godfather. It really touched my heart there, folks. I got emotional listening to that promo from Tommy Dreamer, and we'll get to the main event when we get to the where it pertains to that whole situation. We see a real package of Su Yung and her undead brides, with a coffin that's gonna be for Havoc, and there was not much to say about that. Jordynne Grace and Alexia Nicole versus Madison Rayne and Kiera Hogan. I didn't care about this match at all, folks, to be honest with you, because I don't know what they're doing with Kiera Hogan and Madison Rayne as a tag team. There's no Knockouts Tag Team Championships in Impact Wrestling anymore. At the time when they were called TNA, there was, but there is no more of those belts. So I don't get what the end game is for Kiera Hogan and Madison Rayne being a tag team. So, and on top of that, on commentary, you had Don Callis, and this is what he said, because the whole thing with Madison Rayne, that Josh Matthews cannot get a woman like Madison Rayne. He literally said that. And I said to myself, Josh Matthews and Madison Rayne are married. I don't know why they haven't say that. I don't know if he thought about saying that, but I thought that was stupid of Don Callis' part of saying that, because he should know that Madison Rayne and Josh Matthews are going out, and we all know that too. We know they're married. We all know they're going out. So it's stupid that he said that too. But here's who the match was too. The upper hand on Alexia Nicole, while Jordynne Grace was in the corner. Kiera Hogan and Madison Rayne were basically the match was all theirs. Jordynne Grace gets a hot tag. Also, Alexia Nicole gets tagged back in. Madison Rayne gets the win over Alexia Nicole, because Kiera Hogan can't get a win, not even a tag team match. After the match, they attack Jordynne Grace. Also, the lights goes out. Lights comes back on, and Rosemary appears, beats up both Madison Rayne and Kiera Hogan. Next, Impact Plus moment of the week was the Super X Cup finals that featured. Actually, I don't remember. I skipped that part because I didn't care. I don't think I care about it. So, but it was back in September 3rd, 2003. We go backstage and we see Ace Austin faking that he got hurt, so he was laying there, acting like he was knocked out. Because he saw Alicia Santos. I meant to say Alicia Edwards was coming. So she comes in and she reacted very quickly. And when I say that, when she reacted very quickly, what I meant to say is that she did a terrible job acting by reacting very quickly of seeing Ace Austin lay on the ground. That was terrible acting of Alicia Edwards' part. But she sees that he's laid out. A. Edwards goes up and he's like, "What are you doing?" And all that, and they're basically veering back and forth. And then A. Edwards just beat up on Ace Austin. We get securities and Alicia Edwards pulling him away. And then Ace Austin, is teasing A. Edwards, and A. Edwards like, look, he's faking, and all that. I thought that was funny. It was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off when I saw that. Oh man, but what's this gonna lead to? It's gonna lead to Ace Austin trying to bang Alicia Edwards. So that's to his goal. But the question is Alicia Edwards is going to cave in to Bang, to get in bed with Ace Austin, even though she's married to Eddie Edwards. I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll see what I'm gonna do with that. Then we get to another segment that I thought it was so bad, but at the same time it was funny. They were in Vengeance Beach, where Taya Valkyrie. Let me try to say this again. In Venice Beach, I meant to say, which it was in California. Yeah, Taya Valkyrie, her pet dog, and Johnny E. Bravo. They were basically walking everywhere and all that. She was basically ordering Johnny E. Bravo around. It was so funny. Basically, stroll with her dog and all that, in the park, wherever. And then she was making Bravo do all the work, including picking up dog shit, playing catch, and retrieve the ball. It was so bad, but it was funny at the same time. Also, let me go see what was going on outside with Rhino and Michael Elgin fighting. We get security's breaking it up, and Michael Elgin starts ramming Rhino into the production truck. Excuse me, and that was the end of the segment. So this whole thing is to continue on with Michael Elgin and Rhino. The Rascals, Dez, Wentz, and Trey versus Rich Swann, Willie Mack, and Rob Van Dam. Match happens. Match itself was pretty good. It was a couple of his fast pace and all that, and I thought it was very entertaining that this match happened. Obviously, it was a friendly 6-man tag team match, and in the end, it was Rich Swann, Rob Van Dam, and Willie Mack to win the match. We get Melissa Santos interviewing the North, who are the Impact World Tag Team Champions, ask what's next for them, and they said they've been successful tag teams in Canada, and they want to showcase how much of they're the best tag team in the world, will potentially be being part of Impact Wrestling, and then competing all over the world as Impact World Tag Team Champions, and there you go. And they basically line them up and we'll knock them down. Basically stealing the Usos lines of line them up and we'll knock them down. So it was a good promo though from both Ethan Page and Josh Alexander, especially from Ethan Page. We see the Rascals with Willie Mack and Rob Van Dam and Rich Swann celebrating the match that they had. Also, Jay Crist comes out of nowhere, who's saying he's the golden draw. He's basically mocking them and everything, and then basically saying, don't look at my belt, don't look at my belt and everything, right? And then they all look confused and everything, and then he starts walking away, and that was it. But there wasn't that much to say about that. So I thought that was kind of a little corny, but at the same time I thought it was hilarious because Jay Crist, he's got that charisma. So the Desi Hit Squad being accompanied by Gaman Singh, which is Rohit Raju, and Sinjar Singh, Raju Singh. I think it's Raju Singh, versus the Deaners, which is Cody and Jake Deaner, and yeah, this tag team match, which I thought was pretty decent. And the stipulation on this match was, folks, because I heard wrong, and I thought they was going to wrestle each other at the Deaner's compound, but it actually represents. And this match was always basically entitled Class versus Trash. Class is Desi Hit Squad, and Trash is the Deaners. But the stipulation is that if Class, which is Desi Hit Squad, if they would have won, then the Deaners will be their service for the Desi Hit Squad. But if the Deaners won, then the Desi Hit Squad will be taking orders from the Deaners, what pertains to doing hard work and everything like they do, what pertains to doing what everyone does, what pertains to working hard at jobs and everything, that type of thing, but what pertains to the Deaners for being in countries, that's I mean, not. I mean, farms. That type of work. So this match, like I said, was pretty decent. In the end, it was the Deaners getting the win. So therefore, the This Hit Squad are going to be next week's Impact Wrestling show at the Deaners compound to do some work. Also, we go backstage and we see Sami Callihan and Dave Crist. I meant to say, they talk about the match that they're going to have with Tessa Blanchard and Tommy Dreamer, and there you go. And it's just on two represents the Madman Fulton, and basically Sami Callihan teasing, basically reminding Tessa Blanchard that you never beaten me. Excuse me, folks. I'm sorry about that. Basically saying that Tessa Blanchard has never beaten me and everything, blah blah blah, and there you go. And then we'll get to the main event. This Hit Squad were with the Deaners. They're upset that they're going to be doing a lot of work, and they basically the Deaners show the stuff that they're going to give the Hit Squad to do some work, just describing what they be doing as and not just our Rohi and Rajin, but also Gamma is going to be doing some work too. And finally, the main event: Sami Callihan and Dave Crist versus Tessa Blanchard and Tommy Dreamer. This main event match was pretty good. So far, 3 weeks in a row, some what represents the tag team matches, and on top of it, good main event matches for Impact Wrestling every week. And they all involve tag team matches too. But in the end, this was a damn good match. And then in the end, Tessa Blanchard gets the win over Dave Crist. So Tessa Blanchard and Tommy Dreamer gets the win over OVE, which is Sami Callihan and Dave Crist. And that was the show. Talking about wrestling for Impact Wrestling, the show from August, already forgetting the date now, August 16, 2019. Five matches. I'll count how many there was. So yeah, there was 5 matches. And my overall rating for the show, I'm gonna go 7.5 out of 10. So that being said, thank you all for watching, folks. For It's the Natural Born Driller, saying peace on the streets. For the next time we're presenting the Impact Wrestling review, I'm out.